Everyone had tea, and it took her half an hour to make a pot of tea because she kept pouring it in 3 little glasses, and then she kept pouring the glasses back into the teapot and back again, and lots of sugar, and when you drank it, you were supposed to make that kind of noise, a sucking up noise, like a noise of enjoyment, like, oh boy, this is wonderful. And it wasn't, of course, Well, you would get used to it. If you lived there, it would be fine. But we did that, and then Roberto kept asking questions about their family life and what they did and so forth and so on. And it was nice. It was nice. It was a nice trip out there, and then we came back. Well, of course, you had to come. You could walk if you didn't want to get on a camel, but I can't walk through sand like that. God, I would be dead. So you had to get back on the camel, and then you get on and you go back this way and forward that way, and holy Moses. Forget camels for me. I'll go on Harleys instead. Oh, geez. So, what did we do? Then we had another exciting thing. See, we had to leave Timbuktu and go back to Bamako. And we were supposed to go on the plane. The plane. Well, the plane didn't go. It had trouble. It couldn't go. So what were we going to do? Well, he says, we're going to take the trucks. So at 2:30 we wake up, and then we had a bite to eat, had our luggage all ready there, and we're going, put it in the car and that. And I thought, well, there's 3 of us in the back seat. I'll make a bed back with the duffel bags. So I was moving bags around and that, and Rafu, here, what? And I told him what I was going to do. I'll just sleep back here. We've got a long ride ahead of us. And he goes up on the other truck, and he gets a pad down, and he puts the pad there. And I was laying back there, and then the other 2 gals had more room up front. And it was comfortable, and I thought, oh, this is nice, and coach getting ready to snooze off, And then we said, well, we're here at the ferry. So we got there at the ferry. It was exactly 4 o'clock. And we went over on the ferry, and we got over to the other side, and that was fine. But we landed in the marsh. It was marsh. It was not land. Why is that? Because he didn't want to go on the road, because there's so many times that you have to stop and bring your papers in, and stop and bring your papers in. And he wanted us to keep going because we had to get there in time, to catch the plane. We couldn't fool around. So he says we will go cross country. Cross country means no roads. So here at the marsh, this is just amazing. There's 2 men there. One looked, well, you can't tell people's ages in strange land. I thought he looked 40 years old, and the other one looked 20, but you can't tell. And they were there with their boots on and their torches. And here they are. The one guy runs ahead of us. We have our lights on. It's 4 o'clock. It's pitch black, maybe closer to 5. And he's going and running through the marsh, showing us the route to get to dry land. And he's running this way and that way, snaking through. And here's Rafu in the car, driving this way, that way, this way, that way, and finding. It was unbelievable. It was like a Walt Disney picture or something. You couldn't believe it was happening. And behind us in the other car, here this kid was showing them the way with the torch. So got to the other side, and we all clapped. Oh, my God. Told him how wonderful he was. And Roberto gave him money. I don't know how much. I wish I'd have asked. That would be very interesting to find out how much it cost to have a man come out at 4 o'clock in the morning and run through the marsh. And then we went. Now we're on the sandy roads when we got a 4-wheel drive. And we're going. Well, it got so bouncing there, I had to come from the the back, because even though I was laying down, I was bouncing up, almost hitting the top of the thing there. It was tremendous bouncing.